So I wanted to talk a little bit today about renting versus buying. Um, Obviously, I'm a realtor, so I am going to encourage you to purchase property if that's at all possible. But look, there are some good reasons for renting. Say you live a fairly nomadic lifestyle or you have a frequent need to relocate. Obviously, purchasing a property isn't going to be right for you. Another reason may be, you've lived in a place for several years, but you're not really thrilled about it, and you don't want to put down roots via purchasing a home in that community. Totally understandable. Another thing about renting, obviously, is that your landlord or property management company takes care of a lot of maintenance, and if anything breaks, they're going to fix it, right? If you own your own home, then you're responsible for the costs to maintain the property. And there are several countries in the world where you can't own property. So it's one of those things in the United States to really think about taking advantage. We have the ability, some of the best property rights in the entire world. So definitely something to consider, and something to be grateful for is that we can own property in the United States. And it obviously goes without saying that with renting, you can't earn equity, where in property ownership, you can build equity, and everybody knows that real estate is one of the best things you can invest in. A huge benefit of owning your own property versus paying rent is that it stabilizes your housing cost, meaning that say you have a great job and every few years you get a raise. Well, if you're renting, guess what? Your housing cost is going to go up. So now that raise is going to your housing costs, where say you have a mortgage, for example, which has a fixed rate, it stays the same for several years. You get a raise, and guess what? You can now have money to go on vacation. You now have money to put away, to invest, to save, whatever you'd like to do. But the point is that when you purchase your home, it stabilizes your housing cost. And just something to consider is that when you rent, you are paying someone else's mortgage, so why not pay for your own? Now, are there any downsides to owning property? Sure, of course, there's a few, but not many. One is that you're responsible for all the maintenance on the property, so if something breaks and you don't know how to fix it, of course, it's gonna cost you some money. Landscaping, we have all heard the common scenario where somebody buys a home with a beautiful, massive yard, and guess what? That maintenance is all on you. It's gonna be your responsibility to pay for water, to trim the hedges, to take care of all the plants, and things like that. So, oftentimes we see people that bit off more than they can chew with the amount of property they own and the landscaping that is part of it. Another thing is there is property tax, right, which is something that we pay in the United States for the luxury of being able to own private property, and those do increase over time. There are also a lot of social benefits to property ownership. In communities where you see high levels of property ownership, you see more community involvement, more volunteering, often cleaner communities, less problems with homelessness, crime. You have better performance in students and things like that. In communities where there's a high level of renting, you see the opposite. You may be thinking to yourself, Daryl, I'd love to purchase a home, but where am I going to get a down payment from? Where am I going to save all that money? My rent is high. I don't have wealthy parents, so I'm not going to be gifted a down payment. One thing to know is that for first-time buyers, you're only required to put down 3% as a down payment rather than 20%, which makes it a little bit easier. In addition, really analyze your spending habits and your saving. I just read a statistic that says that the average American spends something like $300 a month on alcohol drinking, which is, $3,600 a year. So, if you take into consideration that maybe you want to buy a $350,000 condo, which is realistic in Colorado, even in Denver, your down payment would only be, I think, something around $10,600. So, a good portion of, entertainment, drinking and eating out, and things of this nature can go towards saving for a down payment. So it's not as out of reach as you may think it is. So if you're on the fence about purchasing a property, or you know that you definitely want to purchase a property but don't know what the next steps are, possibly don't know how to save for a down payment, reach out to me. My number and email will be at the end of this video, so please feel free to either shoot me a text, send me an email, let me know where you're at, and we can search for something that's gonna fit within your budget. So if you found value in this video today, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, leave me a comment below if there's anything you'd like me to discuss. Let me know, and I'd be happy to talk about it in the next video. This is Daryl Vaughn, Colorado Realtor, and I'll see you in the next video.